All right, I went over the rules. I want you to protect yourself at all times, and what I say you must obey. Good luck. Do your business.
You let him back into the fight that round. That's his round. Now listen, kid, I need you to go back out there. I need you to win.
And bye.
What was that? What are you doing? Come on, you're switching off. You getting soft on me?
Let's do it.
Switch stance, that's it. What we do in the gym. You know what we do in the gym? Be confident. That's enough. Stand on that way. Counter that jab.
switched off completely. Let's get out there, get your boxing back together. Just take the round off. Win the round on your jab. And breathe when you're stepping around.
Let's fight.
Vary your attacks.
Welcome to the Lighthouse Theater. Get ready, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Todd Grisham, and next to me for the broadcast, the one and only Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a pleasure to work with you. Always a pleasure.
It's time for our tale of the tape, Terrence Bud Crawford. And up against him, it's David Benavidez. And here he It's the Mexican monster, David Benavidez, turned pro at the young age of 16 years old, and by the age of 20, became the youngest ever super middleweight champion, and now has titles in 2 different weight classes.
The height, how is that gonna... He's gonna need a step ladder to hit this fighter.
We've heard of sleeping with the fishes. We're about to fight with the fishes here at the Atlantis. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
Looking forward to this one, Todd.
And now it's time for our tale of the tape. It's Roy Jones Jr. He tipped the scales at 72 kilos. It's the incomparable Roy Jones Jr., one of the greatest of all time, Pensacola's finest, an undisputed champion at Ford. It's the Mexican Monster.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Pensacola, Florida, here is a middleweight, a super middleweight, a light heavyweight, and a heavyweight champion of the world, Roy Jones Jr. Fighting out of the blue corner from Phoenix, Arizona, an all-action, exciting, 2-division champion of the world, known as the Mexican Monster, David Benavidez.
And this one has all of those big fight feels you want from a prize fight. Here we go.
Todd, it's
All
one of
right,
my favorite venues. You can't get a better place to fight.
No doubt about it. This was the hottest ticket in town by a country mile. Every seat has been sold. We waited a long time, and now we've got this fight. Oh, and the right hook clipped him clean. There's a counter shot. Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. These two fighters are made for one another. What a pleasure to be in this unique environment. Every seat has been taken for tonight's match.
Can you imagine walking into this, Todd? Walking into an arena with such 9 people chanting your name. You can't even hear your cornerman whispering in your ear. I've been in situations like that where it can be terrorizing if you haven't got your wits about you.
Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. You'd like to see more jabs. Do you believe what we are seeing? Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Talk about a one-sided...
Listen, the fight's not over yet.
Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
A counter fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
You're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. And that jab just missed with the left hand. Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
Perfectly matched. skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
This counter-puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter-puncher smart.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. At this point, you got... Let's get it started in round 3. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Beautiful counter punch. Look at the footwork, the hand speed. This is the best that the middleweight division has to offer. Both men step back for just a moment. No rest for the weary. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Beautiful counter shot. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. I promise you, all 3 judges here are going to give that. Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. The straight right just misses. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see 2 boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
Middleweight always gives us a class. If you've got 2 class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, Mr. I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
What a punch. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
You can't leave it up.
On to the fifth we go. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
There's a big difference between being the aggressor and the effective aggressor. Which type are we seeing so far?
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is a heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at a middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history books.
What skill being displayed here between these two middleweights? Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Punch, counter punch. Good punch. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. And now they're trying to get into their opponent's head. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the...
That's a terrible round.
Here we go in the sixth round. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Good counter punch. Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? And he scores with the counter. He misses with that jab. A game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. Nice counter. We wanted action, and they are delivering. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
Wow, you know what? I've been in fights like that. When you think you...
Round 7, here we go. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Nice counter shot. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there. These guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. But it hurts, and you can imagine that being used. They're the size of an average man.
We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
That counter punch caught him clean. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Those counter punches have to hurt. Defense is not an option for these two. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. That bell could... And there's the bell for round 8. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
In the build-up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12, I've got enough power and confidence to end this in one shot.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. They drop their guard, they get caught halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Jab misses. They block the jab. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You could hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
The straight right just misses. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. We knew it was going to be close, but that's as close as it gets. No one wins, no one loses. This fight ends in a draw.
No complaints there at all. The crowd agree, I agree. The ref knew exactly what he was doing. So you know what? Great shout. I look forward to fight number 2.
I'm Todd Grisham, and welcome inside the Lighthouse Theater, and what a night it's going to be. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
About time too.
And now it's time for the tale of the tape. Up first, Saul Alvarez. He's 170. So here is Saul Canelo Alvarez, the Mexican legend, the middleweight, the super middleweight, the light heavyweight who fights out of Guadalajara, Mexico. It's the Mexican monster, David Benavidez. He's got that aggressive style, so good with the power punchers. A great finisher when he has someone hurt.
If this fighter knows how to use that reach, this is going to be a shut night.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, here is Mexico's first ever undisputed world champion and renowned star of boxing. Here is a 4-division world champion and an undisputed super middleweight champion of the world, Saul Canelo Alvarez. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Phoenix, Arizona, an all-action, exciting 2-division champion of the world, known as the Mexican Monster, David Benavidez.
And this one has all of those big fight feels you want from a prize fight. Here we go.
Todd, as a
All
young
right,
man,
I went
this is
over
the
the
Mecca.
rules.
This is the place
I want you to
you want to
protect
be.
yourself
This
at
is
all
it.
times.
Under the bright lights
And
here
what I
for this
say you
one.
must obey.
Really good matchup,
luck.
and we're hoping for a really good fight. And there's the bell to start round one. It's all offense all the time. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Beautiful counter punch. Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. This is such an amazing theater. So many great concerts have been performed here, but nothing quite like what we're going to see here.
You're getting everything tonight. And you know what? When you're in a theater, you know you've got to perform. There's no cutting corners. There's no making up excuses because you're going to be so transparent. All laid out there.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Jab misses. That counter shot lands. How about that time counter shot? Nice counter shot. Nobody home with that hook. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Throw at Alvarez in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity.
Get your mind back on the job.
And there's the bell for round two. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come up now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
Counterpuncher's my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Jab slightly off target. Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Swing and a miss with that jab. Well done with that counter shot. This counter puncher is going to wait for you to move first and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
Not throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. That bell.
Switch on.
The bell rings and we start the third. After that last round, something has got to change.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. That counter punch caught him clean. They exchange punches. Nice counter shot. We wanted action, and they are giving us action. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Perfect counter shot. Timing beats speed. Speed beats power. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. Good punch. Those counter punches have to hurt. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. From this one, there's the bell for round 4. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
When you've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses, how do you deal with it?
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. He threw a punch and just got countered. And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. And he scores with the counter. They're both trying for a knockout. Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
Every second, every minute of...
You don't want to lose this fight here.
Back into the fray here in round 5. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself down trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
Nice counter. Catch and shoot. We wanted action, and they are delivering. A very competitive round here so far.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Punch, counter punch. They have no respect for each other's punching power. And he misses with that jab. Good counter punching. These two fighters are made for one another. There's a counter shot. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Alvarez in that last round. At this point, you got to...
Calm yourself down.
There's the bell for round 6. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
The perfect counter lands. Beautiful counter shot. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nice counter punch. Those counter punches have to hurt. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Perfectly.
Hold on a second, Johnny. Did you see that? David Benavidez might be ready to go. And apparently no rest for the weary. Thought about taking a breath, but instead, they're in there throwing bombs again.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Swing and a miss with the hook. This fight has a real good flow to it. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. Well, he is glad to...
Go back out there.
And there's the bell to start round 7. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him, Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Missing with the hook. Nice counter. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. Good counter punching. That counter punch caught him clean. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
Swing and a miss with that hook. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. In that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
I seriously hope the judges kept...
And we enter the 8th round. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Beautiful counter shot. Got out of the way of that right hook. Beautiful counter punch. So far, it seems like aggression has been the key. This down goes Benavidez. I think that will look even more dramatic in slow motion.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
That will to win and refusal to stay down as this fight continues.
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's put him down once. He knows what shot works and where to land it. Then try and do it again. He's just not got to get trigger happy.
Halfway through the round, and they're struggling a little bit.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into the habit of losing. Don't get into the habit of being second place. You've got to change the habit. You've got to change something, because otherwise, why should it change?
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Final 10 seconds here, and this has not been his round for sure. Go back to the drawing board time, a unanimous decision victory.
Unanimous? You know what? Smarts that is. A total change of styles to make sure they got it. At every round in the bag, there was no argument, no discussion, no mistake. It was so obvious.